Now when we have our last missing piece of the rewards, called Hot Champs, I want to talk about how rewarding actually Hot is. Starting from the event on Friday, following with the content on Tuesday, Wednesday, and in general talk about, is your grind actually worth it every single week? We all know that on Fridays we get the event with 5 new MSPs, where if you grind every single chore, and that includes all the hot moments you can do, following by wildcard, which usually takes you around 2 hours at best, and then most of the time you wrap up your grind in the cup chase, because every event have objectives, and the best and easiest way of course to getting it all done is just filling your lineup with the event players, go and complete the objectives, and get your remaining collectibles and also that event player. So you can after trade in whatever you earn and get yourself 1 MSP for free in every single event, which is fine, and I absolutely love that, because to do all that pretty much don't need any skill. All you have to do is play the game, get everything done, and then you can choose whoever you want to add to your team. Sometimes you can even make 2 MSPs, but this year with the lineup combinations I usually go just after 1 MSP, because I bet I will save the cards I'm earning or anything else for the future events. But because the first champs came out yesterday, we can finally see who are the exclusive rewards, and I was really excited when I saw Henrik Zetterberg 85 or 86, and I was under the impression that hey, everyone can earn this 85 overall Henrik Zetterberg by just getting 10 wins like it was last year, and my excitement died very fast, because once I checked out the rewards after work today, obviously I understood that you have to be really good at the game to get the 86 overall Henrik Zetterberg, but the fact that you can only get 85 overall Zetterberg if you end up in top 100 was quite sad, well, not gonna lie. Then I decided to check out the remaining of the rewards. Let's say, you know what, I'm an average player, I can get 10 wins in champs if I try, and that will give me 11 collectibles. I love to see them collectibles are back. I think that was probably the best way of actually rewarding players in hot champs. And let's say you lose that last game and you only get yourself 9 wins, because if you remember last year where everyone was fighting for 10 wins just to get that free player to add to your team, this year 9 wins also give you 10 collectibles, and I think 9 wins is really achievable for everyone who is even Division 4, at least last year it definitely was. After that, once I checked the rewards, of course I want to see what my collectibles can actually give me, and I was like, oh my god, you look, all these packs should be fun. Only until I saw what those packs actually will give you. And the fact that majority of these packs are not 77 or 78 plus was actually quite sad. So let's say I get myself 9 wins or 10 wins. That will give me around 10-11 collectibles, and I could get myself this Champs Prestige pack, where I would get 2 76 plus and 1 83 overall player, which is fine. 83 guaranteed at this stage in the game is a really good fodder. But what if I really want a player? I have to trade in 10 collectibles for a B&D player. If this was an untradeable player, I would absolutely love it, because you are basically investing your collectibles for a future fodder, something you can after then exchange and make multiple different MSPs, let's say once the overalls go up. Because if I look at the cards, and I seriously don't understand the EA's obsession with Eric Daze, yes, he does fit the lineup combination boost, and yes, it's an 85 overall card, but even with the boost, this guy would not be able to skate. Nicholas Kronwall looks really good. If you activate some of the lineup combinations, you can increase his skating stats, his shooting stats, and he does have a truck lens and also warrior, so straight away this card looks very interesting to try out. If you go after Capitals player who also fit a lineup combination boost, Adam Oates have 92 face-off stats, so you can definitely use him in a face-off position, but probably my pick would be this Marek Zidlitsky, because he's from Nashville Predators, and yes, if let's say you pair him up with Paul Coffey, straight away this card becomes much better. Already 86 speed and 84 acceleration, the shooting is all 85 pretty much, except the slapshot power and wrist shot power. The hands are decent, also have elite edges and send it, and yes, I know he's not the biggest defenseman, but if I would need to choose one of these cards, I probably would go with Zidlitsky or Nicholas Kronwall. Just love to see that he's back in the NHL video game. But today's video is not about checking out the cards. Today's video is about how rewarding HUT actually is. How many people can actually get 9 wins to get enough collectibles for one B&D player? Why is this a B&D player? Why the packs are not 76 plus, 77 plus, 83 plus, for example? Just give us a chance of pulling something good. And if we talk about any other content released by EA this week, we also have Team of the Week as every other week. And this week we have Elias Pettersson from Sweden and a bunch of other 82 overall cards. So I was thinking, okay, I already have few Team of the Weeks from last week, so this week the objectives should be not difficult, until I actually went and checked them out. So by completing all the objectives, I will get 182, same as it was last week. Then I have to take 90 shots. Considering if I'm not buying any players, I would have 2 players at best in my lineup. So 2 players, 90 shots. Okay, still doable. But again, why are they increasing the amount of things you need to do to get actually the same card you was getting last week? Then let's assume you only have 2 players. You also have to get 60 assists, which means it will take you a good amount of cup chase games to actually get it done. You also have to score 30 goals. Last week, if I remember well, it was only 20, and then you have to complete 20 games. So let's say I have 2 Team of the Week players, I still have to play 10 cup chase games. And yes, I know that they increase the coins and XP you're earning from cup chase now, and technically cup chase is now the most rewarding mode. It was already the most rewarding mode in NHL 26, for example, but now at least you're getting more coins if you're playing on superstar difficulty. But let's be very honest, if you really don't have a lot of time, you would not grind any Team of the Week objectives on superstar difficulty. You would want to get them done very quickly, so you probably would play on rookie difficulty. And if that's what you are doing, you're not really earning any rewards outside of completing the objectives. And yes, you still get XP, but we know that Season 1 XP path is not really rewarding anyway, because you are getting a bunch of collectibles, which then you exchange for more packs, which most of the time will give you, 79, 76, maybe 81, depends how much collectibles you want to save and trade in. They also dropped a lot of new Gamebreaker cards on Tuesday, which at first I was really happy to see that, oh my god, they are back. I think they were really fun last year, until I realized that they are giving us 2 86 overall cards. When you get a random content drop with 86 overall cards on Tuesday, when the MSPs are only at 85, it definitely makes you ask a lot of questions, because you cannot really make any of the Gamebreaker cards, so the only way of you actually getting them is by opening packs, or if you complete every single objective, you earn yourself 6 collectibles. And let me tell you, I did completed all these objectives on my second account, and it took me around 4 games in total, because what I did, I basically bought every single possible player and put it in my lineup, because I didn't want to go and play multiple games with one player, because yes, you're only getting one Gamebreaker player, which is also BND. So let's say you completed the objectives as well and traded in your 6 collectibles, you can get any card released by EA. You can get an 86 if you are lucky, but most of the time you probably will get 80 overall card, same as I did on my second account. Was the grind worth it? 100% not. I ended up getting 17,000 coins. And if I would need to play, let's say, another 10 or even 15 cup chase games just to get an 80 overall card, it's definitely not time good spent in my opinion. I know that by completing various different moments you're earning a lot of lower overall cards. I don't even want to talk about the rank, because let's say if you cannot even progress through the rank reward path, you probably would be just stuck, and the only thing you would be earning is just the XP. So basically the only guaranteed thing you can actually earn each week, and what doesn't really require a lot of time and a lot of resource being spent, is the event player, where you can actually get yourself a free MSP. When it comes to the Team of the Week, I really recommend everyone trying to get these Team of the Week objectives done, because the more players you will have in your lineup, the easier it will be. But the start, it just feels like they have to give us one Team of the Week player at least for free in some ways. Obviously we already talked about the champs, and I know a lot of people probably will not be able to get it done, and I mean get 10 collectibles, but what I would suggest, maybe if let's say you cannot get enough collectibles, or you do get enough collectibles to get that 185 overall BND player, but you really don't want to make any of them, maybe save your collectibles, because clearly you can just save your collectibles for a few weeks, and maybe next week or week after they will release a player you really want. Then you can just skip the hot champs, use your collectibles, and just go and make that BND player. At least it will be the player you want. Or you can just save all your collectibles and do a massive pack opening and pray for the best. If we talk about the best way of actually getting rewards, it will require a lot of time if you don't want to spend money, because like we already covered pretty much everything, you have to complete every single objective, every single moment, and grind a lot of cup chase. If you play cup chase on superstar difficulty, it guarantees you at least 182 overall player. So technically if you do 5 runs, you would have enough cards to make, let's say, one of the 85 overall captains. And technically it's a good investment for the future events, but considering one cup chase run would take you around 2 hours, it would require you to play quite a lot to get that done. So yes, if you're grinding the game and you have no any other hobbies, you definitely can build a really good team, you can make a lot of coins. But if you're just a casual player, I really don't see how hot is rewarding, at least at this point in the game. Maybe I don't see a bigger picture, maybe I don't know, don't understand how these 76s and 75s they're giving us in the packs will be usable in the future. Probably they will not, but let me hope that they will. But nonetheless, it just feels like you have to spend a lot of time, and once again, same as it was last year, at least for me, it already feels like a full-time job. And again, don't take me me wrong, I'm enjoying HUT, so I'm not complaining about the game. I'm just thinking that people who cannot really spend the same amount of time I am spending in this game would probably struggle to build a really good team without spending any money. I remember a few years back when I just started to play NHL video games, I was able to play around 3 hours each week, and I always struggled to keep up building the competitive team, so that's why most of the time I was just sticking to the offline play. But now when I want to play, let's say HUT Champs, I need to make sure that I have the best team possible because clearly I don't have skills. So to have a chance to at least get those 9 wins, I definitely need to make sure that my team is competitive. But if we wrap all this up, I really hope that EA will listen to some feedback and Season 2 will change because, like I said, 70 days for Season 1, I don't think it's like reasonable, I think it's too long. The rewards on the XP path are also not very good because even if you get this 87 overall Macklin Celebrini, just this week we already saw EA dropping 86 overall cards, so by the time majority of the player base will even get this card, we already will have a bunch of other 87 overall cards out there. So yes, it's a free untradeable card. I hope it's untradeable. It does not say that it's BND. If it's a BND, then it's absolutely waste, but I think it's untradeable, so at least you can then use it for any other events in the future. My biggest issue is the 10 collectible set in Champs, then you are getting a BND card. There is really no use for BND cards outside of using them in your team and helping with various different lineup combinations this year, and that leads to basically one thing. I will play Champs every other week. We'll see how many collectibles I can get, and I don't know, do I want to go and trade in my collectibles for a BND player which I cannot really use anywhere in the future, or I just want to save all my collectibles and wait for something really cool. Maybe they will update the packs in the future, or maybe they will release a Rangers player I really want to use for a little while. Not really happy then we are getting a BND player. I don't know. I'm usually not a hater for BND cards, but when you have to play the most difficult mode in the game, and if you are, let's say, not a top tier player or elite player, you obviously will not get those top rewards. So that means you will end up with a crappy pack or a BND player. Do I think HUT is rewarding at this stage in the game? If you spend a lot of time, absolutely. If you're a casual player, you definitely will struggle. Let me know down in the comment sections below. What do you think about NHL 26 rewards? Do you think your time is being rewarded in the game? And if your answer would be no, let me know also some suggestions how you would change the rewards. What in your opinion would be appropriate rewards for our time? Please don't say 86 overall cards for free because you know that's ridiculous. Give me some suggestions and maybe I will pass them to EA. Maybe some of them will be fun and maybe EA will listen. Who knows? Other than that, if you did enjoy today's video, please make sure you like and subscribe. It's absolutely free, makes me smile and helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. As always guys, appreciate you watching, have a good one and see you on the ice.